Contra 3 had been the sequel fans had been waiting for, but what a great move Konami made by calling it number 3, which pretty much took Contra Force out of the picture. In the opening sequence, the aliens return for a third time, and they start things off by decimating an entire city. Shit! These are some really pissed off aliens, and after a game like Contra Force, who can blame them? Now before starting the game, I'm just going to head on over here to the options screen and select the easy setting. If the past Contra games are any indication, it'll probably be a wise thing to do. During the first few seconds of the game, you'll notice that instead of starting out with a crappy gun like in the first two games, they cut right through all the bullshit and just give you a machine gun. This game also includes new weapons to play around with as well. Heat seekers, flame guns, nukes, and they even revamped the shitty laser gun. A well-deserved upgrade if you ask me. Now you may be asking yourself, is this a hard game to play? You bet your ass it is, but hey, it's a Contra game. What'd you expect? The games in this series always seem to follow along a certain pattern, and this one is no exception. Even on the easy mode, this game has more shit flying around than an exploding porta potty. And to make things worse, there are no codes in this game to help you out whatsoever. So it's probably going to be in your best interest to use a Game Genie, because if you can't reach these later levels, you're really missing out. You ride around on motorcycles, ride on helicopters, and even climb up walls like a regular fucking Spider-Man. At times, this game really gets difficult to play, with level 5 being the absolute worst. And whoever added this level really needs to be shot. Now the enemies here shouldn't give you too much of a problem, but these ledges on the other hand... Shit! Whose fucking idea was it to make these ledges so narrow? Another thing in this area I can't stand are these damn whirlpools. If you accidentally touch one, the ground goes spinning, and you have no control over which direction you're headed in. My god, talk about your bad cases of vertigo. Now this game only gives you 6 levels to fight through, but just like in the previous games, they do end up saving the aliens layer for the final level. And just look at this. Remember this thing from the original game? Sweet! I just love these nostalgic moments. Makes me wish I could just capture this moment in a postcard. Yeah, something like that. Once you travel further down in the level, you'll come to yet another recreated scene. And this time, it's the final boss from the first game. And that's cool too, I guess. So after you kill him, the next enemy you come to is the final boss from the second game. I think this trip down memory lane is really wearing itself thin. Even the final boss is just another rehash of a Contra 2 enemy. So did they end up running out of ideas here or what? Ah well, I'll take what I can get, I guess. Once you defeat the game, a helicopter then picks you up and flies you to safety. But instead of getting a well-deserved ending, you end up with this crap. Are you sharp enough to beat the normal mode? What the fuck? I just spent an hour trying to beat this game, and this is my only reward? You asshole! Instead of the game just ending right here, now I've got to waste my time going back and conquering the game in the normal setting. And it's not like I had anything else better to do, but it's just a waste of time. Because even if you do beat the game this time around, you end up with this message. And it pretty much tells you to go back to level 1, beat the game on the hard setting, and then we'll talk turkey. Well, you arrogant piece of shit. I'm just determined more than ever to see an ending to this game. And at this point, I'd even accept an ending that says, you just wasted your time with this game, so go fuck yourself, you gaming asshole. Ugh, just give me a fucking ending already. Is that too much to ask? Now the only way to get a proper ending in this game is to fight through the hardest setting possible. You'll encounter more enemies than ever before. But let's just cut to the chase here because I'm really getting sick of playing through these levels over and over again. Finally, after beating this game 3 fucking times, we're treated to an ending to this thing. And it's really nothing spectacular, because it just ends up being a bunch of congratulations BS. Alright, so the ending isn't all that great, but it's still a great game. Now there were a lot of other Contra titles released for the Game Boy, the PlayStation, and even the Sega Genesis. But only one of these games would be worthy enough of calling Contra 4. And this was recently released on the Nintendo DS. This title really turns out to be a pretty decent game, and it really takes gamers back to what made Contra fun. Well, I'm done reviewing Contra games because I'm fucking sick of fighting off aliens. As far as I'm concerned, hope I never see another alien again. Let's just go back to playing some old school video games. Ah, crap.